Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Blessed to Crochet. This is somebody who's with us just about every live stream lately. Now, I know not everybody can be, and I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here, but I do occasionally like to recognize that kind of thing. And Blessed to Crochet actually reached out to me yesterday or the day before, letting me know that they had noticed something. On their channel, they have the opportunity for gems or jewels or the new system that we're using on YouTube to monetize vertical live streams on top of things like Super Chats. And what they have offered is the idea that they will do a live stream today, right after Super Chat. So 3 hours from now, we're going to go and raid into their channel. They'll do a vertical live stream, and for anybody here that's able to check that out on a phone, whether it's Android or Apple, you should be able to see the gems and jewels, and we'll give that thing a try and see how that works. It'll be my first time actually seeing it. And as far as I understand, we haven't got any channels in Canada where I am yet that have that. I've checked my channels, they're not there. And then we'll be happy to hear from anybody that notice if there are any in other countries other than the US so far. But I'm excited to see what they've got going on. Now, Blessed to Crochet is going to bring us some crochet, of course. They bring a little bit of random content, but a lot of spiritual inspiration as well. And you'll catch that as soon as you get to their channel. I've just taken their latest video and put that into a playlist I use. I call it my catch-up playlist. It's just a fun name for a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They can be a great tool for that kind of thing. And then shorts on this channel feature a little bit more variety, but these have done well, getting into 9,000 and 10,000 views already, which is great to see. Now, Blessed to Crochet is monetized, like I said, so Super Chats, memberships, as well as gems and jewels. And forgive me, I gotta look it up and remind myself of what exactly they're called. I think it's just jewels, and we'll figure that out by the time we stream next after we see it today. But Blessed to Crochet is also working on 1,300 subscribers. They live stream frequently, so you see there's the one from yesterday, and then they've been experimenting with these vertical live streams for a while now, and you can see they're live frequently. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Blessed to Crochet. I know you will enjoy the support that comes back from them. I'm going to spin the wheel right away, and we'll get another channel ready to go. But boy, do we ever have a busy beginning. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Susie Woozy is a new friend. Michelle VB, good to see you in the house. Leonica is here. Crafty Witch 232 and PK Adventure Travels are on the wheel. I'm looking forward to hopefully talking about PK Adventure Travels channel, because I just watched something a couple of hours ago today, and they were going through a really interesting, almost, it's not a museum, but like an exhibit. And it was right outside where the Space Needle is. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with these towers. I grew up in Toronto, where we have the CN Tower, which is obviously world famous. And I now live in Niagara Falls, where we have one called the Skylon Tower. But one of the things I'd always hoped that would happen in my life, I guess I have to admit it's on my bucket list, is to go to Seattle, which I understand is a beautiful city, but to see the Space Needle, because I haven't been that far over in the US. I'm way over on the east side here, obviously. VMC is also on the wheel. Chef Mama Bliss is about to be added. I've got a few more channels on there. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures are always up at the top of the wheel. I Am Betty J Gathers is alongside them. They are all beloved and dedicated moderators. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead and Crystal Sparkle, who has so much energy. I just watched one of her videos a couple of hours ago as well, and I couldn't help but laugh. I was talking about what I was going to see in her video to a few people the other day, because we've just passed New Year. So Happy New Year to anybody who hasn't made it in since we crossed over the new year. I hope everybody's New Year is off to a good start. But Crystal Sparkle always has so much excitement, and I'll leave it until we look at that channel to talk about the special New Year's content that they put out, but I couldn't do anything but laugh because she's always so excited. It's me, Alec, is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel as well. We've got a couple of brand new channels. CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe, yes, it can be very overwhelming. This is just slightly busier than it usually is. We're always busy, but this is an overwhelming beginning. But it's okay to take your time, meet people one by one, and you'll meet as many friends as you want today. Face the Aces here, Fever Dream Animation, Dutchfly61 from the Netherlands is in the house. And I don't mean to miss anybody. We're still doing some introductions here. Backyard Trucker and Austin Garrett are both on the wheel. And then we have a brand new channel. And forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce the name that you have there. USA with a couple of emojis before it, if they're still here. And then... Yes, Michelle Crochets is also out supporting other creators. I believe I've run into them twice in the last couple of days, if I'm not mistaken. Face the Ace is still in the house. And yes, Crystal Sparkle, I'm not kidding, because I remember seeing, I think it's in the thumbnail, that we see what Crystal Sparkle recently put up. But I was talking about it to a few people because, like I said, I live in Canada and I wasn't actually even awake for New Year's, to be honest with you. But and that's fine with me. But what I used to do, obviously, is watch a lot of the TV shows and things like that. So I like to see New York City. Obviously, Toronto is a world-class city as well. So we have New Year celebrations that are wonderful. But when I heard about what was happening in Wisconsin, I said, well, I have to see this. And I've been talking about it ever since because I'm like, this is so cool that people get involved in their community. You know, people hang on to some of their culture and things like that, if that makes any sense. But we'll talk more about that later. Crafty Witch 232 is up on the screen. This is a really unique channel, and I've been talking about this since they started coming in here a couple of months ago. Crafty Witch 232 is doing a combination of 3D printing and crochet. We'll talk about their content in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And Consume the Goodness is in the house. Forgive me, Kendra, I saw your comment in the chat the other day. I was lucky enough to have been, we say interviewed, but had a conversation with Lewis Acre Farm Karma on her channel the other day, and Consume the Goodness was in the chat. We were talking about the idea of apps. I also happen to be a programmer, somewhere between amateur and intermediate, let's just say. Not a beginner, but not, great yet or anything, but I have put a few apps on the App Store. They're all awful. It was 10 years ago. They're, half of them have been kicked off. They've never been updated or anything. It was just to try it out. But when we were talking about the Consume the Goodness, who talks to us about healthy eating and healthy living, said, oh, it would be cool to do a workout app, if I understood the comment right. So I didn't mean to miss that. But yeah, those kind of things are always great ideas. There's a lot of big companies out there doing that kind of thing, like Peloton and everybody else. Gia Chia Tortilla, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. And now we'll get to the content on Crafty Witch 232. So like I said, this is a unique channel. And you get that idea probably from the content here. And what I really mean by that, when you look at the thumbnails, I personally almost can't tell the difference between the 3D printing and the crochet at times. Or it's just that they meld together so well as an idea that it gives this channel a real unique edge, if you want to put it that way. When we look at shorts, we see that they've already done extremely well with some of the things they've created at 10,000 and 13,000 views. And then live streams on the channel as well, which total now 100 video productions on the channel. That's shorts, videos, and live streams together. And when we look at live streams, we see that they're on frequently. It's been been a few days since I caught them. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. Look at all the artistic talents on this channel. So not only is there the 3D printing, there's crochet, there's more crafting, and then there's art on the channel as well. But they give us an idea through their About section, just with a quick statement about the idea that they're going to have that kind of variety. So it's really cool to see that come together. And then Gia Chia Tortilla, I appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I'm sure everybody will be happy to have you back in the chat and ready to connect with you. We'll spin the wheel. I'll get to another channel. Crystal Sparkle's coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Crystal Sparkle, like I said, has all kinds of energy, but it's all the time. And it's something that I noticed here in our chat, as a matter of fact. She's been with us for many, many months now and is here as often as she can be. But what I notice is she truly engages conversation in the chat, for which I'm grateful. Whenever we engage true conversation in anybody's premieres or live streams during the live chat, we're really sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm, and that can really benefit anybody. So Crystal Sparkle is always enthusiastic, always bringing that enthusiasm through the chat, and I'm sure inspiring other creators. You know, sometimes when somebody energetic is around us, at least in my own opinion, I feel like it can be kind of a pick-me-up, and that's really cool. Whistle Stop Homestead, good to see you in the house. They got a short that's moving, which is fantastic. And we'll talk about Crystal Sparkle's content in a second. She's just gifting a handful of memberships again, and thank you for that. She's done that countless times before. I have lost count of how many times she's done this kind of thing here. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. I'm sure all of our recipients will be happy to have those memberships. We see a lot of familiar faces picking those up right now. And then so thank you for that. So what happens here in Tuber Chat, for the couple of new channels I know are watching right now, we have a wheel. We call it the Wheel of Doom, but it's just a fun, ridiculous, silly name for the thing. And what we do is put names on the wheel during the course of the chat, another 3 hours or so, based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation during the time that we're here. And I've got a chatbot in the background called Streamlabs that helps keep track of all that. We put super chatters and membership gifters, like what Crystal Sparkle's just done, onto the screen right away when those things happen, although they are unnecessary on this channel. I never want to solicit that kind of thing. It's just to give them a little bit of a skip the line kind of a bonus. Members are always added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and I will add some names to the wheel shortly. I usually do it at least a couple of times throughout the stream. Pardon me, we're going to look at Gia Chia Tortilla mentioning a question. What are my thoughts about the watermark thingies? You can have a logo or something like that in the bottom of your videos. So it's hard for me to show this to you right now, but everybody has probably seen these, where in the bottom corner of your screen, even right now, you will probably see a little play button that says subscribe, or I forget if I put the Tuber Chat logo on this channel. And that is something that people can click on that will allow them to subscribe. It's just another reminder for a subscribe, basically. And then I'm uncertain as to whether there's any place at all where that actually gets imprinted into the video, but I don't believe so. It's just when people are watching on YouTube, let's just say. So I recommend using every tool that YouTube gives us, because everything we do for our channels could possibly be giving them the impression that we're taking things very seriously. If you imagine it, if the algorithm is as intelligent as I think it is, it's saying, hey, look at this person. They've got a banner, they've got an avatar, they've set their handle, they're doing descriptions, they got tags for the channel, they put their watermark, right? And these are all things that could possibly bring you up in the eyes of the algorithm, if nothing else. Of course, there's no way to prove that. I'm just mentioning it as an idea more than anything else. But anything's possible, so I believe we should do everything that we possibly can all the time. But it also comes down to what you feel is appropriate for your channel. Here in Tuber Chat, I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. That's not why I'm here at all. We're just here to talk about channels, promote them while we're doing what we're doing in the chat. But the whole reason the channel is called Tuber Chat is because that's where the magic happens on this channel. So we like to learn from each other and discuss different ideas. I've been corrected many times, and I've been thanked a million times as well, which I appreciate. But I also learn from creators with channels of all sizes every single day, especially here. So hopefully that is somewhat helpful as an idea. And then thank you, Crystal Sparkle. And PK Adventure Travels is dropping a super chat. We're going to look at their channel in a moment. I see that the Numismaniac has also dropped a gifted membership, so we'll take care of these in order. CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe is a brand new channel here in the Tuber Chat family. And so I'm going to put their channel up next, because PK Adventure Travels dropped that super chat for their channel, and thank you for that. That's a generous thing to have done. And forgive me, I'm just curious to know if we already know that creator, or if that is somebody that's completely brand new, because I noticed that the channel is quite new. And then Susie Woozy and yes, Michelle Crochet's picked up those gifted memberships, so I'm getting them on the wheel right now. Jessica Hicks, good to have you back in the chat. That's a longtime friend. Follow the Bradley's Fun is live all the time, bringing us lots of travel and Disney content. I've been catching them frequently lately. And the Numismaniac is also gifting a membership, so we'll get their channel in queue and ready to go. I'll start talking about content and channels again in a very quick second here. I just watched a video from the Numismaniac with an unboxing and a cool tool that they use to, I'm assuming, grade their numismatic collectible coins and precious metals that they talk about on their channel. And then I was so happy today to be able to spend some time just sitting watching videos. And my time is officially opening up a little bit more, so I hope to do even more of that kind of thing. Izzy Ska is dropping a super chat as well. They've done that countless times also, so we'll put their channel up after the Numismaniac, and thank you for that. Oh, I see. So CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe has just been making videos lately, but they've had their account set up. I did the same thing. I think I signed up for YouTube like forever ago, but just didn't start making videos until I think it's 7 years ago now. But I know what you mean if that's correct. Just Jason Keto and More is a beloved and dedicated moderator and a member. I've got them on the wheel beside I Am Betty J Gathers and Butler Farm, the Butler Family Farm there. Matt and Mouse is in the house. Yes, you and me both, the Numismaniac. Yes, you and me both. All of my stories are 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 15 years ago, and beyond. Hugo Homestead is a longtime friend as well. That's somebody who's been with us for about 4 years. Get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. And then let's start talking about content. So Crystal Sparkle's on the screen right now with almost 1,500 subscribers. This creator has cut a lot of content from some conventions and events that they went to over the course of the year. I believe most of it was early in 2024, but they brought us a lot of brand new content when they got into their Vlogmas series. I think Crystal Sparkle has to take the crown as the most excited about Vlogmas this year in the Tuber Chat family. They made that apparent, but they participated as well. I was able to see a lot of these videos. They've got some shorts over here as well, and these bring some variety in line also with some of their long-form content where they go to some of these conventions, and there's a lot of cosplay. There's a lot of My Little Pony on the channel. There's live performances, charity auctions. The shorts have done well, getting into a few thousand views now, one of them over 18,000, and then live streams. And this thumbnail will give you an idea, and the rollover here, of exactly what was in this video that I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. But I was happy I sat and watched this video, but it's worth watching just to hear Crystal Sparkle's excitement the second that the item on the thumbnail starts to drop. And I'll leave it to you to read the description and go through the video to see what on earth is happening there. But that's a New Year's idea, which is cool. And then thank you so much, Chia Tortilla, keeping the stream going while they're on while they're doing assignments. I really appreciate that extra generous support. Like I keep saying, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. I know we've got a few friends that run the stream in the background if they can't be in here. Sometimes it's tough, you know, when you can't be paying attention all the time and at mentioning everybody on the phone, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. So when we look at Crystal Sparkle's content, like I said, lots of live streams here as well, and they've been doing a bit of outdoor live streaming, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with her, and obviously you see an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then we'll get moving. We're going to look at CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. BH Road Stories, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in from Bosnia. And Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. I caught them for a live stream the other day. They do a lot of vlogging in travel. You were in were you in Thailand the other day? Is that what I caught? It wasn't Vietnam, was it? I forget for the life of me. Robert Mac Media has been a long time friend. CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe, like I said, is brand new. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos here, and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that gameplay video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And we looked at that channel because PK Adventure Travels, pardon me, did I say that right? We looked at that channel because PK Adventure Travels dropped a super chat for them. So we'll look at PK Adventure Travels right now, and thank you again for that. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And look at that, Robert Mac Media. I was confused, but almost right. Yes, it was Vietnam. PK Adventure Travels is up on the screen. This is a channel I talk about frequently. They're here for just about every stream, but I describe the thorough job that they do with their videos. Now, I've only seen a few so far, but I was fully impressed by the last ship tour that I watched. And then today I watched another video where I'm sure everybody understands I run more videos than I watch. Probably most of us do, or a lot of people do. As long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody's fine, of course. But when I can sit for half an hour, and watch a bunch of videos, I'm really happy to be able to do that. This is how I get to know channels and content. So this is really interesting, this garden and glass exhibit that they took us through. So forgive me, it is in a museum. Yes, that's why I was thinking that. It's probably because I noticed the name in the title when I watched it earlier. And if you go through this far enough, eventually you get to see they go outside and you get a quick peek at the Space Needle there. I'm always impressed by that kind of thing. They are going to bring us more travel and a lot of cruising as well. So I'm going to take their latest video and put that in my catch-up list again. Another piece of content to watch, and I've set notifications for a couple of premieres that they've got coming up. And it looks like they're setting these out. They typically drop a video a week. And then I wonder, are you skipping a week there, or am I missing the dates? There it is. No, on the 11th. Yes, they'll be dropping a brand new video on the 11th. And then you get an idea just from the thumbnails about the different types of travel that they're bringing, not to mention they're very much supportive of other creators, and it's always great to see people celebrating milestones and giving their thanks to their communities and things like that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. I think they're live every week also, right? And then they've got one coming up today, as a matter of fact, so they'll be on in a couple of hours. We'll be on just after that time, and we're going to raid into Blessed to Crochet for today, but we know that PK Adventure Travels will be on at right after Tuber Chat, or close to the end of Tuber Chat. So if anybody wants to connect with them, it's 2 hours from now. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're approaching 900 subscribers, which is going to put them officially on the road to 1K, so I know they're going to be excited about that. And then I've looked away from the chat for a long time there. I don't mean to miss anything, but as long as everybody is doing okay meeting each other in the chat, will all be fine. The Numismaniac, yes, always looking for channels with more numismatics or precious metals, and travel related as well. We weren't able to see a lot of travel content for a couple of years there, and I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. And then a couple of years ago we started to get this influx of travel and cruising channels again. I guess it's getting on about 2.5 years if I'm not mistaken, and there is a vibrant community, of course. So I just spun the wheel. Oh no, I didn't spin the wheel, pardon me. PK Adventure Travels dropped a super chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. The Numismaniac also, I think they dropped a super chat as well. Am I not mistaken about that? No, sorry, they gifted a membership. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we'll see what the Numismaniac has got going on right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I missed the Bud files. They were, I'm not sure if they were live or had a premiere today. Forgive me for missing that. But I also see Starika in the house. Good to have you here. It's a longtime friend. And then Hobbytown Chili and Koi. I watched one of their videos as well. I got a lot to learn about koi and about all sorts of different fish, let's just say, but that's a channel I can learn from, I'm sure. Backyard Trucker, thank you so much. He collaborates often with Marketplace Boutique. She celebrated a birthday a couple of days ago, and he's dropping a super chat, so we'll look at that channel. And they're on towards 2,000 subscribers, which is great to see. They're also very supportive, so it's not too much of a surprise to see these creators growing rapidly. And thank you for that super chat. The Numismaniac, thank you again for your gifted membership. I just watched their video a couple hours ago today. So this is what I was talking about. As I have become older over the years, I have gotten better and better with organization. And some of that comes from learning from friends and things like that. And so that's why I was happy to see this video today. But I'll just tell a quick story for a second. But I had a mechanic. Everybody knows the value of a great and fair mechanic. But I had a mechanic I was using for many years, and I moved out of that city after. But while I was there, I've never seen somebody so organized in my life. This guy would come over to the car. He would, bring whatever tool he needed to adjust whatever he needed at that exact second, go back, wipe the tool down, put it back where it belongs, grab the next tool, go back, do the next thing. And I was like, this guy keeps the most immaculate shop I've ever seen. He just does it at home in his garage, but I was like, this is amazing. And many people here have heard me talk about a channel called Canadian Family Life. They have a container garden in their house that is immaculately tidy and neat and everything else. and that kind of stuff is impressing me more and more. But when I looked at this video today, we see the Numismaniac talking about the idea of keeping a lot of things organized, and then they actually brought a unboxing video for what I believe he said was a microscope. And I'm assuming that's for grading. Like I said, forgive me if you already said in the chat and I missed it, but I know I mentioned it before, the idea of possibly grading the numismatics and other collectibles that are featured on the channel, as well as precious metals. When I roll over some, or when I look at some of these thumbnails, you get an idea of the different content here. A lot of history comes along with this, and the Numismaniac over the summer months gave us an interesting challenge daily, where they were doing some giveaways with an opportunity for us to go and learn a fact or two. And that was a really cool idea. You know that this creator is very community-minded, if that makes any sense. You get that idea when you start going through their content. They live stream frequently, and they've got a lot of friends. There's a skipper right there, as he's known on his channel. And when you get over there, you'll see StreamYard panels like this with a lot of conversation and a bit of history as well. Obviously a dynamic creator also, and some shorts over here that have gotten into 500, 800, and 1700 views with some famous Edmonton, Alberta winter weather over there. This creator's actually got a second channel. I'm just going to show it to you, and you might wonder, why am I going to show you a channel called Santa Claus North Pole Canada? But this channel is actually active all year, and like I said, this creator's community-minded, or the creator behind this channel, and so they have a really special idea here where we can get messages to and from Santa Claus basically at any time. They really ramp up, you know, the content and how active they are around the Christmas season, but they do things like Christmas in July as well, which I was happy to learn. And you can imagine the literal joy that this brings to a lot of people, being able to get messages to and from Santa Claus. Some shorts on this channel are starting to move, and then a few live streams as well, which is cool to see. They're working on 400 subscribers. They're going to have it any time now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. And like I said, they gifted a membership, so thank you again for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times before. And forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. Let's think about what's coming up next, which is going to be Izzy Ska. And they dropped a super chat as well. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get right back into spinning the wheel. What we'll do right now, before we talk about this channel, we'll go on a break. We'll come right back. Beltloop29, cute critters, good to see you in the house. I don't know how many channels he has. 3 that I know of. I wonder if there's more. The Wander Lovers, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Create and Relate is also here. I did get my friend Just Jason Keto and more on the wheel. I'm expecting, hopefully, to meet up with him in a couple of weeks. And maybe less time than I think, a week and a half from now. And then, yes, forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. Oh, yeah, Beltloop29 forgets which channel, because he was live earlier and I caught him. I hope to start doing some more StreamYard panels now, and especially random, you know, people beyond, I'll just hop on panel with open panels and things like that. I'm just not quite there today, but hopefully by the time next week rolls around, I'll be ready for more of that, more content on the Superchat channel and everything else. Now, Izzy Ska is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I said we were going to take a break and talk about their channel after, but we'll talk about it now, and then we'll do our break and come back. Living Large with L Crew, good to see you in the house. Izzy Ska is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, as you can see, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, which is interesting because they reset and restarted their channel. It's been a long while now. It's been many, many, many months ago, but it's cool to see them already back up and in action. They've updated their description as well to let us know what to expect, including digital art, design tutorials, tool reviews, tips and techniques as well. And they've always been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, thumbnails. These videos usually feature interesting animations along with some pretty heavy hitting, interesting music as well. So I've got another video here to put into my catch up list. I just watched, I think, this one earlier today. Shorts on the channel as well have gotten now into 300, 500, on the way towards 600 views and beyond. And then live streams are frequent. They're on every few days and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The conversation can go just about anywhere once they get started, but Izzy Sky's usually on for at least a couple of hours, sometimes several, as a matter of fact, and I've been lucky enough to catch them many times. So thank you again, Izzy Scott, for another super chat. Like I keep saying, absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course. We're gonna look at Gia Chia Tortilla and Backyard Trucker for the same reason, actually, as soon as we come back from this break. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm gonna play a clip from our interview series, which is a bunch of videos now on the Superchat channel. They're listed in a playlist and as a podcast. What I tried to do in these interview style conversations is ask the creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because I really wanted to hear what they have to say. They know what we need to hear. They've been with us for many years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask, is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it, so it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit, and people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal, that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're basically making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too. Yeah. Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Gia Tortilla, and she dropped a super chat earlier. She's done that kind of thing before as well, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. Extra generous support, absolutely unnecessary, of course, but always appreciated. And yeah, Canadian Family Life, Tiffany is usually here every single day. Now, not everybody can be, of course, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. So I appreciate every moment everybody can be here, but we know that Canadian Family Life will be wishing us happy dancing during the breaks there, where we play our copyright-free music, of course. So all the music you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music, and everybody can use that in their videos and live streams. It's also available on any platforms that are known for what they call streaming, different from us. But you know what I mean. Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, Tidal, I believe. And when you go to make a shorts video, it's available in the YouTube area. It's available for TikTok and Instagram Reels and all that other stuff as well. We've also got a channel set up so that you can hop over there and scrape out some of the MP3s if you want to for free. And you'll see those in the bottoms of the descriptions of most of the songs. And that can be found at the bottom of our front page. So Gia Tortilla is bringing us some video gameplay, and I love the tagline on this channel because she says, just some random girl trying to make at least one person smile every week. So I smile every time I read that. She's got some gameplay here, and this is interesting. Santa Claus Kidnapped Kidnapped Us is an interesting title for a video. I don't believe I've seen this video game except on this channel, maybe. They're mixing up a little bit of gameplay here. And as much as I'm a gaming fan as well, I'm kind of amazed at how they're able to make a video game out of just about everything now. I've seen a video game of power washing, and one of our friends here in the Tuber Chat family, I'm trying desperately to remember who it was, did a video game gameplay video where the game is doing laundry. If you can imagine, I'm like, I got enough laundry in my life that I don't know how anybody could want to play a video game of laundry, but it's cool to see as well, and it's really cool. And then, yeah, reality slots with KC. I promise you I've been there. I really have. And I don't think I've done a live stream where nobody showed up, but I have done them where one person showed up. We always have to be happy for anybody that is going to be there, and especially we have to remember that people are going to be watching the replay. They don't know that nobody was there in the beginning, if that's the case. But a lot of channels start out this way. It's unfortunate. We all start at zero, and some grow faster than others. It's actually easier today. I know it doesn't feel easy, but it's easier today than it has been in the last 7 years. When I started, I promise you, I got a story I retell all the time about how the first channel I ran, before I even started my own, I ran one for somebody else. It took 6 months to get the first 100 subscribers on that channel, and things are much faster today. And you know that for sure it's going to improve. When you look at all your friends here in the Tuber Chat family, at least, and you see their live streams, you see people with 10 people in the chat, 20 people in the chat, 30 people in the chat. If you get to scratching PPA's premieres, sometimes 40, even possibly 50 people watching at a time. Hopefully that just inspires all of us to know, hey, you know what? I'm going to get there too. And it won't be tomorrow, but it will be soon. Sooner than I think, I promise you. For everything that happens on YouTube, especially the good stuff, you look back on it and you're like, wow, I can't believe how fast that happened, even though it felt like an eternity while I was on the way there, if that makes any sense. So, Gia Tortilla is mixing up a lot of video gameplay. Obviously, like I said, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's been a friend of ours for many months. I'm not sure if it's been a year yet. It might have been for Gia Tortilla. 116 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know they must be thinking about. And then they got shorts over here at 400, 500, and now on the way towards 600 views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Gia Tortilla. And thank you again for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for the same reason, we're going to put up Marketplace Boutique right now. Backyard Trucker dropped a super chat for them. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. everybody will be willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So Marketplace Boutique, I just watched one of Jody's videos earlier actually as well. It was talking about eBay, this here, where she was showing us a lot of really interesting items that she sells. She's been in e-commerce since 1998. We know that from her About section. Jody is often referenced by name. She collaborates often with Backyard Trucker. They're on each other's channels all the time. And he dropped a super chat, so we would look at her channel right now. She brings a lot more. She's really updated or expanded the content on the channel, if we want to put it that way, over the last year. Lots of variety here, on top of the tips and tricks she's going to give us for buying and selling on platforms like eBay. She also does a lot of tutorials and is now helping others with the things that she's learned from YouTube. And some of that comes down to either promotions or designing some of the things we need with Canva. She's got a premiere coming up tonight. That'll be right after Tuber Chat. Shorts on this channel feature pure variety, but these have done really well. 12,000, 14,000, 18,000, and one at 19,000, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams, we see that this creator's live occasionally, sometimes on the road, sometimes by the water, sometimes it's a fireside chat, and sometimes it's with Backyard Trucker. So Marketplace Boutique is working on 1,800, and she is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She just celebrated her birthday the other day as well, so if you didn't already have a chance to go over there and wish her well, I hope you will. And Backyard Trucker, we're going to look at right now because he dropped that super chat. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then, yeah, Blester Crochet, it's interesting that you say that. They're talking about the idea of being monetized and having memberships available. And then one of the perks we can offer, which is appropriate for a lot of channels, if not most, is the idea of making content that members get to see first, and then the public gets to see afterwards, right? So you can say to people, hey, if you're a member, you get to watch this video a week before everybody else or a month before everybody else. And in a lot of cases, that could be appropriate and a good way to entice more memberships on a channel. So they have made a way now for us to put a video up as members only and then schedule it to go from members to public afterwards if you want to. I believe, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong about this because I haven't done members only content in that way yet. I believe that you have to have the video published as members only before you can set the ability to have it go public, if that makes sense. So you can't do two things at the same time. You can't schedule the video to go members only and schedule it to go public after at the same time. You have to wait until it's there for the members to see. Then you can say, yes, release this to the public afterwards. And you got to do it in the computer, I believe, on a browser is what I mean to say. I don't think you could do that from a phone yet. I don't use the phone as much as anybody might imagine. I am always on a computer 99% of the time. Today's a little bit different because Blester Crochet is going to do a vertical live stream later. And I specifically want to see how the Jewels and Gems system works for monetization. So we're going to go over and raid into their vertical live stream right after Tuber Chat and have a look at that. And then Create and Relate. Thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We're going to get your channel up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, that's an interesting thought too. Just Jason Keto and more. They should actually do that. Yes, is set up a premiere that's members only first, and then the ability to have it go public afterwards. Now, I'm unsure about this, so forgive me, but I believe you might be able to, if you have different levels of membership on your channel, have, like in the case of Superchatters, so we have gold members, silver members, and bronze members, right? You can read the perks if you want to look at those things, but I don't want to entice that. It's not necessary here. You don't have to super chat or be a member to get on the wheel or the screen. We get to as many channels as we can, but we don't get to everybody. But as long as you're active in the chat, you have the best chance of getting your channel on the screen, which is the least important part of what we're doing here, or it's not as important as I believe everybody thinks it is. The magic happens in the chat. It's the friendships you're making while you're talking to other people that get people to really connect with you. Putting a channel on the screen and saying, hey, this is a cool person that I'm talking about, I hope you'll connect with them, is another story, but it's a connection that I'm kind of facilitating or forcing, let's just say, as opposed to naturally becoming friends with somebody through conversation in the chat, if that makes any sense. So forgive me, I'm derailing my own idea here. But when we go to, and thank you Rushing Wind Mountain for that. Yes, you can go from members only to public, but I believe, and I meant to say this, what you can do is, if you have different levels of memberships, in the case of Superchat, I could put a video out that would be gold members first, and then the next day or the next week put it out as silver members next, and then I could say bronze members next, and everything on YouTube that is membership based is always available to anybody in a membership level above the one you're setting it for, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is, if you do a community post that's for members only, which I meant to do and probably forgot to do today, you can set it for members that are just silver and above or just bronze and above, but you can't say like gold members and bronze members without including the silver members, if that makes any sense. And those are names that I've chosen, not what YouTube has chosen. You can choose your own name for your membership levels. Hopefully the point somewhat makes sense. I know I'm kind of trying to get through it really fast, but you know what I mean. Yes, consume the goodness. That's a great analogy too, because just Jason Keto and more says that frequently. Somebody like me, every time I hear the word keto or healthy, I start thinking about weight loss, because I say I struggle. I don't struggle. I am just overweight right this second. It's not like I'm trying to lose weight and I can't. I'm just overweight and I need to do something about it. But I immediately think about keto or healthy as being for weight loss. No, it's a lifestyle choice and possibly change. The side effect is weight loss, which is a great bonus for anybody in, my situation, let's just say. Doctors on me about that stuff. You gotta walk. You gotta get walking. So we'll see. And yes, it is in the northern area of North America, let's say, at least in the northern states in Canada, it is cold. We have been up against a very cold week, and I think another week ahead too. And then, yes, Blessed to Crochet, it looks like that's the way it's going to have to be for now. Thank you, Face the Ace. And, yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Canadian Family Life came in. You were missed today. So I don't want to make anybody feel obligated, even moderators, about being here. I appreciate every moment everybody can be. Canadian Family Life is with us every day, but you were missed. I can't remember for the life of me who said it's weird to hear the break music without Canadian Family Life letting us know it's time to dance. And then hopefully I'm not missing anything else in the chat. So when we look at Backyard Trucker, who's on the screen right now, he dropped a super chat so that we would look at Marketplace Boutique, Jody's channel. And she's got a premiere coming up later. Backyard Trucker's on the road and on live stream just about every single day. He's got his 2,000 already and is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. we have got videos that encompass all kinds of variety. Now, this is a self-employed small business owner, a truck driver, of course. He does some repairs on his own vehicles and things like that. But he let us know when he started the channel that he's going to film anything that could possibly be interesting and put it on the channel. So you see a bit of variety here. When we get into shorts on this channel, a lot of the dash cam footage that he's caught has done really well. 12,000, 13,000, 15,000. And finally, I have something beside me for once. I was looking at this because I'm going to do an unboxing video. I'm going to film an unboxing video tomorrow, then eventually put it up. And I got one of these like smart screen things. I drive a truck that like a, not a truck like backyard trucker, but like a Ford F-150. But mine is like 11 years old. So it doesn't have CarPlay and it doesn't have Android Auto and all these things, right? Which is fine. But my girlfriend, Kristen Welton, who most of you know, gave me that as a Christmas gift this year. She gave me one last year and I smashed it before I even got it unboxed. And then she got me another one this year, because that one we weren't able to get repaired. And then, so I hope to unbox that and put it up. And then that comes with a dash cam as well. So I'm going to be very excited to be able to catch some dash cam footage as well. I'm considering, and I shouldn't say anything, I'm considering the idea of doing a dash cam channel just for that reason. Not something to even take seriously, but just because I'm gonna have so much content, why wouldn't you put it up, right? Ocean to Ocean Travel, good to see you in the house. Let me get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. Pardon me, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. The other day I missed at least 3 different channels. They came into the chat. I saw the statistics afterwards. Backyard Trucker as well, pardon me, is on the screen and happens to be live almost daily, as a matter of fact. And they've done a lot of this vertical live streaming. So Backyard Trucker, I'm curious to know, because I haven't ever thought to check, actually. I catch them occasionally, as you can see. But when they're live doing the vertical live streams, I wonder if this channel has got the Jewels and Gems feature yet. We're going to see it from Blessed to Crochet after Tuber Chat today, but you have to look at it on a phone. But I'm curious to see how it works and if people have that. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. And then, oh, pardon me, while my allergies are on me every day these days. If anybody in the chat right now, watching or listening, has the Gems or Jewels feature, and forgive me because I'm forgetting for the life of me what exactly it's called. I think it's just Jewels, and it's a new way to monetize vertical live streams, similar to what we see on platforms like TikTok, where what YouTube is allowing us to do now is buy, let's say, a bag of jewels, and then you can distribute those jewels as you want. Unlike Super Chats, where you gotta make a purchase every single time, now you can give away fractions of the purchase price, like on TikTok. I think you can give away pennies and things like that. Oh, create and relate. I'm allergic to everything. I really am. I had to take allergy shots when I was a kid, and my whole arm lit up with all the different things they tested me with. And dust is the worst. So if I move anything at all, it doesn't matter if it's only been there a week, it's gonna get to me. I try not to whine and complain, but I do it very well, so I end up doing it more often than I think I'm going to. Backyard Trucker, thank you again for another super chat. He wanted to make sure we looked at Marketplace Boutique. They are dear friends, and she is getting close to her 2,000. She's gonna get 1,900 anytime now. Create and Relate is coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Create and Relate is coming up, and forgive me, I'm going to look it up right now. Here we go. Introducing gifts powered by Jewels. I keep saying Gems and Jewels. It's gift powered by Jewels. And so what this is, you get an idea just from what I've got on the screen here about how things are going to come up. You can buy a pack of these gifts or jewels, and then you can send them to people in the chat. Very much like what we see on TikTok. Almost the same thing, where you can give roses and universes and whatever else is there. Now, I don't use TikTok as much as everybody might think, but but I do try to be on every platform a little bit to know how they work. But that clarifies that. Gifts and jewels. So we're going to see that right after Tuber Chat. In another 2 hours from now, Blester Crochet is going to go live as a vertical stream. We're going to be able to go in there, and I literally have my phone on me, beside me, that I'm going to use to go on that live stream as soon as we're over there. I'll actually be on both. I'll be on the computer and the phone at the same time. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. I don't know what it is about Toronto. I've heard it's just because of the construction that we have going on all the time. It's a world-class city, obviously. But if, you know, I live in Niagara Falls now. It's not much different. But in Toronto, if you have your windows open, I love having windows open all the time. I always want fresh air. Even in the dead middle of winter when it's -10 at night, like it seems to be this week, I still want a window open, even if it's a little crack. Cold doesn't bother me. But it makes everything so dusty. And I don't know the truth about whether it's construction or anything like that. I think that's why when we head out to the country, we love the fresh air so much. We wonder why it's so silent if you're outside of a metropolitan city by 15 minutes or more. But boy, does everything get dusty instantly. I get so angry because I shouldn't say angry, but you know what I mean. You have cleaned something, and not even a week later you can put your finger along it and there's a layer of dust, and you're like, how could it possibly be this much? I struggle with that in that office that I had for a while that you see in my background sometimes, and just whine and complain about that too. So Create and Relate is up on the screen right now. I just watched this video. This is really cool. They unboxed this. These Cricut makers are really, really cool. For anybody that's thinking about monetizing, there's a few ways to look at this, right? We monetize our YouTube channels, and we can also monetize or use the YouTube channel to monetize our businesses if we have side hustles and things like that. A lot of creators, even in the Tuber Chat family, are making things like merchandise, like mugs and hats and shirts and crafting kind of ideas and doing some 3D printing, as we've seen. But these Cricut machines, this company is just, they're really like did a great job. And I believe we've got a couple of these in my family now. I don't have one, but I think my sister's got a couple. And these are really cool to see because it's interesting, all the different things you're going to be able to make. And even I enjoy hopping on Etsy for a quick second, like probably once a week, just to see what kind of things are there. Usually comes after a Google search or something like that, but how people are kind of taking other mainstream ideas and then bringing them into what will eventually be a cult classic, if that makes any sense. So like you can take a, we all probably know what a Jack Daniel's bottle of whiskey label looks like. It's a famous retro logo. And a lot of people will change that into just about anything at all, including maybe their YouTube channel, and put that out as some kind of a merchandise and things like that. A lot of things are happening in the crypto world right now, so I keep getting these search results for Bitcoin and Ethereum and every other thing. And people are really coming up with some creative ideas, and they make me laugh. I mean, t-shirts have always been used for that. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting, good to see you in the house. And Create and Relate. So that's just one video that I watched today. But this creator is bringing us a lot of interesting gadgets, as you can see. I see some art happening here as well by the look of it. And forgive me, because I'm still getting to know the channel. Like I said, I run more videos than I watch. I watched this one as well, and I talked about this the other day. In my opinion, it's very important that we have things like that. I got an SD card in front of me right now, as a matter of fact, on the table I'm working on. And boy, are we ever upset when things get broken or damaged. And these, cases and things like that, which are less expensive than ever before, are easier to obtain. Let's say you spend, let's say, $200 or sometimes even $300 on a hard drive. It would be nice to know that it's not going to smash when you drop it, which I've done. But that's just an example of an idea. Create and relate. I'm looking forward to more. They've got some information on their about section here about what they're going to do between the arts and crafts, do-it-yourself videos, and obviously unboxings and product reviews. Shorts on the channel have gotten into almost 1,000 here, over 1,300 on this one, which is great to see. And they're here with us just about every day as well. They've just been with us a few months now, but are here all the time, and I appreciate that. So create and relate. Thank you for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. I forgot to mention, Backyard Trucker dropped a super chat, and they actually took over our stream boss position, and that's the video game life meter under my camera here. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of that stream boss, and then whoever knocks it out takes over and gets some extra exposure, like we'll see. So yeah, create and relate. I would thank you for saying that, because you give me an opportunity to say something about multiple channels. When I started on YouTube 7 years ago, I figured I was going to have multiple channels before I even started the first one. And the first one I started was not mine. I still run that channel today. But the idea was I'm going to start a channel every year. And as it turned out, so I started my personal channel, then I started Superchat, then I started a copyright-free music channel. Now I'm unsure if I'm going to do any more. In those cases, it was okay. My personal channel is all just variety. Very much like a lot of what you see in the Superchat family. It's always been that way. The Superchat channel obviously is razor sharp focus. We do one thing only. We talk about YouTube and the beginnings of our YouTube journey, right? The copyright-free music channel, obviously, razor sharp focus. And for some of the other channels that I run, it's the same way. Very much razor sharp focus. However, it can be extremely overwhelming. We all know how much work YouTube is. It is a lot more work than any of us expected before we started. Hopefully everybody's enjoying most of what we have to do. And I'm sure you know what I mean. But in retrospect, I now wish that we had taken some of the content that we split into multiple channels and kept them in one channel. Because I'm certain that one of those channels would have been far beyond 100,000 subscribers by now. But because we split it into two different channels, they are growing much slower than they otherwise might have. Now, we didn't know at the time that we would years later not have the time to keep up with those channels. And in the beginning, we did not badly for having, you know, a video every week on every channel. And that's what it takes to make a channel grow. Videos drive the channel. If you could do one video a week, that's enough to make the channel grow organically. The things we do here just speed it up. But every time I take a break, every time I miss a week, it takes a month to get that momentum back. We talk about that in our video series as well. So I just wanted to show that, or talk about that. Buster Crochet, yes, of course. Affiliate links as well for things like Temu, which I'm about to sign up for. I'm surprised I haven't yet. And Amazon, I've been an affiliate for forever. And those are other ways to monetize your channel as well. As a matter of fact, a creator in which I run channels for right now has made thousands upon thousands of dollars in Amazon affiliate money, and therefore has all kinds of GoPros and phones and even a 16-inch MacBook Pro for free, essentially, right? Because it was all from affiliate money, and there's really not much to that, to be honest with you. It's very easy to do. Hopefully one of these days I'll talk in depth about that. So creator and relate, hopefully everybody will connect with. Thank you again for that super chat, and I think we're ready to spin the wheel again, so we'll do that right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then, forgive me, so one of the things I wanted to mention about that, though, is, while it is, I say that it can be overwhelming to run more than one channel, at the same time, I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. I just want to relay my own experience, and then we can all talk about all the different things we think here in the chat. If it's appropriate, by all means, split off into a second channel. And what I often recommend, which I have done, I forgot that I did this, but I actually followed my own advice before I gave it, was to do maybe 10 or 12 episodes of what you plan to do for a second channel, regardless of the niche or category of the first one. And then see if you like it, if you're going to be able to keep up with it, if it's going to perform and work with your audience the way that you think it will. You can always delete your videos and put them on another channel. So you could do a series, and if it's completely inappropriate, you know what I mean? If you can fix cars and are good in the kitchen, you could do a barbecue channel, but then also fix spark plugs, right? You could have a spark plug channel. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but even if it's just a cooking channel that you have, you could still do the spark plug videos just to give it a try. When you eventually, 10 weeks later, take them all off, it's not going to matter. So this is just ideas, but a way of thinking about it. And then, everybody has to make their own decision about what's appropriate for their own channel. And then, New Devils Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, and then, yeah, honey is an interesting thing. There's other systems out there, too, like kit.co that does something a little bit similar. So, yeah, there's something going on with honey. And I don't want to really throw them too far under the bus because I'm uncertain about exactly how that works. But in some online services, when we talk about the idea of affiliate links, what can happen is the way that Amazon works, for instance. If you have Amazon affiliate links in your descriptions for products, let's say, that you've featured and things like that, somebody can click your link, and as long as that's the last link they clicked in the last 24 hours, it doesn't matter what they buy. They don't have to buy what you were trying to promote. They could buy groceries or diapers or socks or anything at all, and you get your 1 or 2% or whatever it is for that category, let's just say. And it can add up over time, right, these small amounts. What some of the systems are doing, like Chrome plugins and stuff like that, is they can do what's called hijacking your link. So even though, in all fairness, your link is the last one somebody clicked, if they're using Honey or something like that, it's very possible that Honey's going to scoop that credit now. Even though they didn't promote, you are the one who promoted. You drew somebody to your content. You enticed somebody to click that link in your video, which we all know is work. It doesn't matter how little or how much we think that is. It's still work. And then they can hijack those links. So that's interesting, Just Jason Keto and more. I'd have to read up about it before I try to speak like I think I have any authority in it or anything like that, because I don't right now. But yeah, I'm not surprised that some of that can happen. Sometimes you sign up for a service like kit.co, which I think they've changed now to kit.com, and they're clear about it. They're like, hey, look, you're going to put your links in for Amazon for any country where you've signed up for Amazon. But if somebody buys something from your link in a country that you specifically have not signed up for, we're taking it. And I think that's fair. They're telling you, right? So that's just an idea. Thank you, Gia Chia Tortilla, again for your extra generous support. And Canadian Family Life is up right now. This is Tiffany. We were talking about her for a quick second earlier. There's another beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. Every member on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. And Canadian Family Life, I've actually mentioned a couple times today because I talked about their container garden, and here it is right here. And for anybody that's ever tried to grow anything in their house, I haven't grown anything of my own, but I have helped other people. And I know how difficult it can be to keep that neat and tidy. They do an immaculate job. They do a lot of grocery hauls, a lot of cooking videos, challenges between husband and wife. The whole family gets involved, and they did a lot of variety in their Christmas and Vlogmas series. And you got to hand it, I say this every day now, to anybody that could do a daily series of videos, but Tiffany did a great job. Like I said, the family's hopping in and out on all kinds of stuff. They're decorating ornaments in that video. Canadian Family Life also has got some shorts on the channel that have gotten into now 2,800, 5,500 views and beyond, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Live streams are occasional, so she just did one a couple of weeks ago. There's one of the family members members hopping in there, but they do that all the time. There's our dear friend I Am Betty J Gathers as well. Like I said, these creators just did an interview. I Am Betty J Gathers doing a bunch of these. That was inspired by Crystal Sparkle, and I was interviewed by I Am Betty J Gathers. We talked about moderators. We talked about our YouTube journey, and we talked about thumbs up and the importance, and I hope everybody will go and watch that again. I've linked all of the videos, the last few interviews that I've been involved in. I've linked them all onto the Tuber Chat front page now, so anybody can go and see those. Canadian Family Life as well has been featured on dozens and dozens of other channels. This is the first thing I noticed about Tiffany when she started coming into the Tuber Chat family, and I think that's a year and a half ago now, or close to it. And this creator was hopping in on all kinds of StreamYard panels. So now she streams occasionally, and we'll be looking forward to more of that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. Lucia and Glenn's World, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Reality Slots with KC. What we're going to do right now is take another break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes again. Right before we do that, I'll play one more clip from our interview series. Again, these are videos listed in a playlist and as a podcast on the Tuber Chat channel. They're extremely informative. All of the creators that are featured are longtime friends of ours here in the Tuber Chat family, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views, and people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you want to master at this one?
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yeah.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion with you.
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is, that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube, could be a tag changed.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part. Because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like, from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video.
Okay.
We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice. All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Chef Mama Bliss here. I put Fever Dream Animation onto the wheel, and I cleared out a lot of names. So if there's any members listening or watching that haven't been seen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat. I always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them. If I do clear out the wheel a little bit, we'll get them right back on there, like Sir Dang for Jesus. I figured Handicapped Traveler's probably still with us. That's their second channel. And Chef Mama Bliss, like I said, up on the screen. Delicious looking content. I hadn't seen something like this. A dump peach cobbler. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to watch the video to find out. So I'll put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. But look at some of this stuff. I mean, the shrimp Alfredo, I would probably take that out. For shrimp fettuccine Alfredo, I would put chicken in it. But I don't happen to eat a lot of shellfish. I eat shrimp occasionally, but I have to like crave it and say like, oh, I actually feel like shrimp right now. But lobster and crab and stuff like that, I just don't. I don't know why. Fish, all the time. Salmon, I order in restaurants instead of steak or anything like that a lot of the time, but not shellfish so much. But look at some of the delicious things that they got on this channel. And Chef Mama Bliss is a professional, not only a professional chef, but they have a catering academy that they help with as well. So it's great to know that they're sharing their knowledge. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see some more in line with their long form content, getting into 500 views and beyond. And then live streams. They've done one in Atlanta, and we'll see if they're going to do any more. 505 subscribers now, so they have to be excited. Not just hitting that 500, that's an exciting and important milestone, but also knowing that they've got it locked in now. Once you get to about 5 or 10 above 100 milestone, you pretty much have it locked in. Thank you, Ace Flaw 1. Sorry, Andy, I may not have said hello earlier. I know you've been here for a long time. And I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And let's think about spinning the wheel. So yes, Michelle Crochets is still in the house. So I'm going to get your name back onto the wheel. I remove a few names. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours. It's just in the spirit of trying to get to a few newer channels before the end of the stream. Fever Dream Animation is coming up right now. It's another channel that's here with us just about every day, and a couple people have called this channel underrated, actually, which is a really cool compliment, I think. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And thank you, Kaiser Gaming YT. That's a special gaming channel from our friend Chris's Clever Craft, who's been with us pretty much from the beginning. He's been with us like 4 years as well. And an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Kaiser Gaming YT is just asking right now, did I take off the super stickers? So on this channel I did. And the reason why, Pete was the one who figured it out. But one of the things that is happening is sometimes we see people drop a super sticker and it doesn't show up. And I didn't realize why sometimes they weren't coming through, just because I just call everything a super chat, right? It's possible to drop a super chat without leaving a comment, like, so it could just be a blank one. But a super sticker, I know they can be fun. They've got their little animations, this and that. But it's so confusing because it doesn't show up in our event list, which is in the bottom center of the screen there, and it doesn't register for the stream boss as well. And not that I can't, you know, I don't say often enough the fact that these online services don't always work. So I can't guarantee that if somebody does something like that, they're gonna take over the stream boss, or they're gonna have their channel on this, or their name on the event list and stuff like that, because there's glitches of all kinds. It could be just the internet, you know, not working for 2 seconds while you're doing it, kind of thing. So I decided to take them off on this channel. It's not going to be any kind of a loss. If anybody's going to do it, they're probably going to super chat anyway. And again, I don't want to solicit that kind of thing. Kaiser Gaming YT has done that kind of thing countless times before. We'll look at both of his channels in a quick second. And Forever Gosselin 3004, good to see you in the house. When we look at Fever Dream Animation, this is an interesting channel that's bringing us a lot of what I think is retro television shows and cartoons, as a matter of fact, I believe I've seen on the channel. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos. They post, I think, daily, as a matter of fact, and it looks like it. Yeah, if you go through these things, it looks like almost every single day they're posting, which is cool. And they've got all this retro footage. There you go, yeah, cartoon right there, and some classic television. And Fever Dream Animation lets us know on their About section what they mean by a fever dream. And then when we get into shorts on the channel, we see these have started to move 600 and halfway towards 700 views now, which is great to see. Fever Dream Animation is here with us frequently, always active in the chat. They're working on 300 subscribers, and we'd love to be able to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. So I'll spin the wheel prematurely here, but we're going to look at Kaiser Gaming YT right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then thank you again, Kaiser Gaming YT, for that super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel after we look at Butler Family Farm in another moment here. Pardon me. So Kaiser Gaming YT is the gaming channel that comes to us from Chris's Clever Craft. This channel is monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats, super stickers, and super thanks when we get there, along with memberships, of course. Kaiser Gaming YT is also posting every single day, usually multiple times a day. It's impossible to keep up with this channel. I was just on it the other day and I still am behind. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And then we look at shorts on the channel, and we see that these have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond on a couple of them. And they let us know on their About section the games that they're playing. A lot of Fortnite on Android mobile. What I did notice that was really cool, Kaiser Gaming YT is doing dual live streams, where they're doing a vertical live stream and a horizontal live stream at the same time. So here's an example, right? So they've got Reaper of Souls, and that's a vertical live stream, and then they've got the same live stream. This must be the one here, horizontal, to go along with that vertical one. So that's a cool experiment that they're doing. I caught them the other day, but that was, yeah, look, they're streaming multiple times a day as well, my dear goodness. And Kaiser Gaming YT, like I said, comes to us from Chris's Clever Craft. And he's got an interesting property. I see he's got a new interesting avatar as well. Chris brings us both indoors and outdoors for some do-it-yourself videos, a look around his interesting property, and brings us back the idea of bartering, literally trading some work for a car in a series of videos here. And you see a lot of, there's even some home renovation in here. One of his shorts videos has done incredibly well. It's still getting views at 22,000. Lots of outdoor content on the channel, and then live streams over here as well. He's experimented with. We'll see if he's going to bring those back. 600 subscribers on this channel. We'd love to push him towards the 700 we know he's thinking about, but obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we'll look at Butler Family Farm next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And BeltLoop29 is back in the house. That's YouTube Police, so it's good to have you back in. Yes, thank you. I don't know how many. They've given us at least 3 thumbs up today. And obviously another creator that wants to help others grow and help others in their YouTube journey. And then, thank you, Create and Relate. Twinbrook Acres, good to see you in the house as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Lizzie's Jeans, pardon me. Lizzie Jeans Artistic Chaos, yes. I've got to get that name to roll off the tongue a bit better. I'm going to put them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. I know BeltLoop29 is as well. And we will spin the wheel again in a moment. Butler Family Farm is Jerry and Susan. The latest video was from Jerry. I watched this one today. And this is part of a series, As the Bull Turns. What he's doing is a lot of woodworking in the shop and creating some really incredible things, actually. If you look at some of the thumbnails, you see some of the woodworking here. But that's just a small aspect of what they do on this channel and this farm of 116 acres. So they bring us all over to look at all that it takes to look after the property. They've got lots of livestock here. They've got bees, they've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, and dogs. And Jerry and Susan split the camera and video work here as well. They do different types of videos. Sometimes they bring us into the home. Most of the time they're outdoor bringing us around the property. They head out hundreds of miles away to meet up with other creators. Sometimes up to 80 channels of creators and supporters get together and they live stream those as well. We'll look at that in a minute. They've got shorts over here that have done well at 10,000, 12,000 views, one at 50,000, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they've got one coming up because they're live every Monday at about 6:45 Eastern, and I join them a couple times on their channel. Sometimes it's StreamYard panels with guests. Sometimes it's Jerry and Susan just giving us some updates and letting us get to know them. And sometimes, like I said, they head out to these meetups, and 80 channels worth of creators and supporters could be getting together. And even when they do StreamYard panels, they're going to introduce us to a lot of other creators, so you'll always meet friends while you're over there. Sometimes they live stream from the road as well. So they're growing rapidly. Jerry's letting us know he's using the promotion system, and the channel now has jumped to over 42,000 subscribers, which is great to see. And he's opened himself up to say anybody can talk to him about how that's done and how to maximize it, and he's happy to help everybody as well. Silver Assassin metal detecting is coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Together We Travels in the house, and then Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is up on the screen right now. And I say this all the time when I put this channel up, but when I think about metal detecting, I'm always thinking about walking by a beach and trying to grab everybody's change that might have fallen out of their shoes and things like that. But there's so much more to this. We've got quite a few friends that either have metal detecting channels, we've got a few of those, or creators that have some metal detecting content, and we've got plenty of those. And Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is going to bring us a lot of history because they find a lot of other artifacts during their explorations and hunts and travels. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, the last one they did of 2024. I'll put that in my catch-up list. They just posted that a few days ago. But you get an idea when I roll over some of these things about the kind of places, at least, that they're looking for stuff. And you see what I mean about different types of artifacts with a little bit of history, and they look into those as well. They've got shorts over here that have gotten into 1,600, 3,700 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel they've experimented with a few times. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they're actually well on their way, officially on the road to 1,000 subscribers, which is still a very important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. So it's great to see them getting really close. We say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. Since they've passed 900, they're officially on the road to 1,000, which is cool. Hopefully everybody will connect with Silver Assassin Metal Detecting. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. After that, we'll take another break again. We'll be right back. We still got over an hour. And then Blessed to Crochet is going to go live for a vertical stream where we're going to see the new gifts and jewels system. And that's a new way to monetize those vertical live streams. It'll be my first time seeing it and interacting with it, but we're going to give it a try and see how that works as well. Thank you, Silver Assassin Metal Detecting, and always a pleasure. I appreciate everybody's support. I know I talk really fast and jump through channels sometimes really quickly, but I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. I'm going to put P&J's Homestead Adventure onto the wheel right away. Day One Walks has also been added. They happen to be a member. P&J's has been here and active in the chat. It's their turn to go up. I would usually do that during the break, but I'll do it early. And then, like I said, we still got over an hour to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We always move faster towards the end of the stream as well, so we'll get to lots of channels. Scratch and PPA is known as a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube, like all of our moderators, and they're all dear friends of each other. They all allow us to meet more friends when we're in their premieres and live streams. Scratch and PPA premieres every single Tuesday without fail for now officially over 4 years, if you can believe it. He has literally not missed a week. Scratch and Pete PA pits 2 lottery tickets against each other in his Scratch Challenge series of videos, but he gives us the opportunity to vote on what we want to see in those videos if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Event yours, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Scratch and Pete PA premieres, like I said, every Tuesday, and if you can catch us for one of those premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, VS Speaks Royally, and a few select others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. You'll notice he also takes presentation seriously. It's always been at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by thumbnails or content in his thumbnails, which also give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. And then his banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production, over 4.5 years ago now, I believe. And I was mentioning it the other day, but an example of the work that goes into these videos. It's one thing when we go to somebody's videos and we're watching them, we get to know each other. It's been years. In my case with Scratch and PPA, 4.5 years of friendship now, more maybe. And we get used to seeing each other's videos, right? But if we stop for a second and try to look at it as if it's new, or if something just strikes you for a second, say, wow, this is a lot of work. And that was me last week. I actually missed that premiere. I try never to miss them. Even if I'm working, I try to at least have the phone with me. But this one I missed completely. So I went back to sit and watch. And I noticed, wow, like the work that goes in to some of these videos, I mean all the videos, but some of these videos is more outstanding than I usually bring to everybody's attention, let's just say. So I hope you'll watch at least this Monopoly video to see what I'm talking about, and forgive me for the spoiler alert there. And then and then he's always pitting 2 different lottery tickets against each other here, and scratches multiple tickets, as a matter of fact, which is something I always forget to say. Now, shorts on the channel have expanded the content in his series, or pardon me, in his collection. He took a trip to Italy last year, and while he was there, he filmed a lot of vlogging style shorts videos, which I think are about to become a trend. Now that YouTube's pushing 3-minute shorts videos, it gives us a lot of opportunity for different scenes, as opposed to just, you know, something like I do, point a camera at a duck and hope that people watch that, right? Scratch and PPA brought us a lot of Italian lottery tickets to go in the mix of these shorts videos as well, which we otherwise might not have seen, and then live streams. He did his very first live stream from Italy, which was really, really cool, and then he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA, like I said, known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. And we'll get the next channel ready to go. We'll go on a break now for 3.5 minutes. I'll play you another clip from our interview series, and these are videos again on the Tuber Chat channel. I hope everybody will watch these in their entirety, and I would recommend being ready to keep notes, because the creators that I talk to, I tried to ask for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. They all know exactly what we need to hear, but they don't all say the same things. So it's interesting to get their different perspectives, knowing that they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or at the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and watch and watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. And it's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, you know, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Like realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, you know? Be there for the ones that are coming back and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else. Or, you know, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. You know, somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're almost back. I spun the wheel before we went on that break there, and yes, Michelle Crochets, who's a brand new friend, was selected. So they happen to pick up a gifted membership today as well. They're working on 600 subscribers, but this is a brand new channel. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this video, and then I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world. And I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. When we look at Michael's Adventures, we see another beloved and dedicated moderator here, another of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. Now, Michael's Adventures is working on 1,600 subscribers. They've just passed their 1,500 now, which is great to see. Henry Leslie Vermont is over there all the time, just about daily on Michael's Adventures channel. So thank you for coming in here right now. Michael's Adventures is posting every single day, sometimes more than once a day, and typically what they bring us is daily nature and wildlife videos. A lot of raccoons, foxes, deer, opossums, bird watching on the channel, and Michael will sometimes take us out for a drive along or a walk around his area. And then when he posts more than one video a day, he often brings us a new slot game or different types of games that he's playing. And then this creator as well has been known to do that in the past. We'll see that in his shorts videos. He sets up premieres far in advance. He sometimes has as much as a couple of months ready to go, which is a great idea because it gives YouTube's algorithm and recommendation engine an opportunity to go through or have your metadata cataloged. And what we're talking about is the title, description, tags, even the thumbnail. So that when it's time for the premiere to go out, it can push it out the right way. You notice that what I've noticed lately with the Superchat live streams is that now that we're posting them farther in advance, the 30-minute notifications are coming through where they weren't for a very long time. Love and Live Show, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That is a dynamic couple of creators, and I have to tell you, I love it because one of the things I love about what they do is the conversation can go anywhere once you get to these two together. They do a lot of games, almost like I'd like to say a trivia type of game. But when channels that are supportive to them come into the chat, ones that they really know and recognize, they make a really big welcome and production. And it's really cool because you get an idea while you're with them about who's been really supportive to them so that you can start connecting with other creators, and they allow that too. And you know, we all want the most supportive creators with us. Michael's Adventures is one of those creators, and this guy is also out sometimes bringing us outdoor content in shorts videos, as well as lottery ticket scratching. And then, like I said, that slot game has done really well for a shorts video, over 6,000. And Michael's Adventures obviously is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And look at how many videos. He's approaching 4,000 videos. Just in videos and shorts. No live streams yet. Just in videos and shorts. Almost 4,000 on this channel. And he's been with us from the beginning as well. Let's spin the wheel and we'll see what is coming up with maybe Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Marketplace Boutique is in the house. Jody, thank you for coming in. Backyard Trucker actually dropped a super chat earlier so that we would look at your channel. Hopefully your birthday was good the other day. Elfish Tanks is in the house. Please let me know if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, because I wonder if I might be getting that wrong. I know you've been here before. Obviously, they've got a membership as well, but I put them on the wheel. Members always get added as soon as we see them in the chat. Pumpkins in Wonderland, good to see you here as well. And when we look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen, we see what was listed as homesteading on a budget. They've updated their banner recently. So homesteading tips, recipes, how-to videos, and do-it-yourself videos are what we're going to expect. Lately, they've been doing a few recipes. And what I can tell you, because I've watched all 3 of these recipe videos, is that they have both claimed, Kristen and Mike, who's with her often, says that the recipes came out better than they expected when they planned. Now, Kristen does a really good job of thoroughly coming up with ideas, planning, as well as filming and editing when they're here. And they bring a variety of content, but a lot of it is very informative. And I've enjoyed watching both of these creators. Mike did this video himself too, but you see them together a lot of the time. And shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,200, 2,700, 3,400 views and beyond. Now, I don't expect anybody to notice that I've been making this mistake lately with this channel, but what they have done... Oh, where on earth is the video? Oh, I wonder if... Is it still there? Is it longer ago than I think, or can I not see it right in front of me? I wanted to mention one video here. So, Kristen actually used one of the AI music systems to make a theme song for the channel and cut a trailer for that as well. This is it. This must be it right here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead. Discover the simple life of homesteading. I don't usually watch videos. 259, it has to be this, yes. There it is. So if you were to check out this video, I made the mistake. I thought somebody else made this theme song for them, because we got a creator named Jake Huston that's made theme songs for Superchat and for many other channels as a wonderful surprise. But I had been forgetting to say for the last couple of times we looked at this channel, Kristen actually made that song. Which is really, really cool. And AI systems are obviously moving fast and getting better at lightning speed, but they did a really good job of cutting their trailer for the theme song as well. So I just wanted to mention that today. And then live streams on the channel. Sometimes Kristen has taken us by the water. Sometimes it's a fireside kind of chat idea. And we'll see if they're going to keep bringing these along. And then shorts on this channel as well, like I said, have done well. 2,200, 2,700, 3,400, and all in line with their long-form content on this channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Bella's Whisper Farmstead. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chat, super stickers, and super thanks when we get there, and over 2,500 subscribers. So we'd love to push them towards the 2,600 that they're thinking about. And then let's spin, and we'll see another brand new channel. Susie Woozy picked up a gifted membership today as well, and we'll see what they've got going on this brand new channel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, I see familiar faces on some of those thumbnails that are coming up as my, recommended for you, of course, yes. So, Susie Woozy is brand new. Now, they've got some information on their About section here, but this is a brand new channel. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your 3-minute video here. It's perfect to connect with. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full and leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times. And yes, I was just about to ask you when I saw that shorts video, because there she is right there. I said, oh, wait a second, did I see you on the live stream the other day? Yes, Don Southern finds Don here. So that's really cool. And thank you for coming in, because that is an example of me being out in somebody else's live stream. And Dawn is obviously gonna, recommend everybody connect with each other. She's a generous creator that wants to help people grow like that as well. She's been a friend of ours for as long as I can remember. It's got to be a couple years by now, getting close if not already. And Susie Woozy then happened to be on panel with her. And then after the introduction came over, we probably have run into each other a couple of times anyway because of these creators. There's a good mix there of a lot of creators that do these StreamYard panels together. But it's great that you're here in the Tuber Chat family now. So hopefully everybody will connect with Susie Woozy and we'll spin the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I forget whether I've asked or not, but I hope I'm pronouncing this right when I say Serdank for Jesus. And this is a second channel that comes to us from Handicapped Travelers. And we'll look at their original channel in a second, but they're getting close to their first 100 over here. That's an exciting and important milestone, of course. It doesn't feel like it. I promise you, it is becoming easier as time goes on to get these channels growing, certainly more than it was 7 years ago, because now we have communities like this, right, to support each other. But the 100 is always an important and exciting milestone for everybody, and we'd love to get this channel a little bit closer to that first 100. They're going to have it soon. It's all spiritual inspiration on this channel. I'm just grabbing the latest video, putting that into my catch-up list again. That's that playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And then let's look at Handicapped Travelers. They often give us a chance to get to know them when we hang out with them for a live stream, as you saw in that thumbnail right there. Here's a video. So this will be really interesting to see. Yeah, I'll be interested to see that. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I have a lot to learn from our homesteading friends, and I know that this is a travel-based channel, but I think some of the content here can be related when we think about homesteading on top of travel. Shorts on the channel as well feature some interesting winter weather there, and it looks like that's a new shorts video that's moving very well, because they've gotten it to 1,400, 2,600, and now another one at 2,600 views. I think it's still getting views. And then live streams on the channel as well. So I'm lucky enough to catch them once in a while. They seem to be live about once a month. They might be speeding this up. So they got one coming up at the end of the month. So another few weeks from now, and I've got the notification bell on already. We always put notifications on for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams. Even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Slice Life Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I saw Jerry from Butler Family Farm on Belt Loop 29's channel earlier today. There he is. And Belt Loop 29 is another creator that wants to help others grow. They're actually a police officer, but it's interesting because they have that other channel called YouTube Police. I'll pull it up in a quick second here. This creator happens to, we wondered what it was when they came around with that second channel with YouTube Police in the title, but this creator loves helping others grow. And they're making a bit of a joke there in their banner, which tripped me up the other day. But yes, their favorite number, of course, Beltloop 29. So they do pure variety on their channel, but they have tons and tons of friends. Not to mention they introduce us to all of them as well. When we get into shorts videos, we see that this creator is going to bring pure variety, but they've done really well with a couple of these: 11,000, 24,000, one over 168,000. And then live streams as well are frequent, so they often have StreamYard panels with a full grid here, and they've been doing this as long as I can remember as well. I think Beltloop 29's been with us at least a couple of years, and it could even be longer than that, but they've been doing these panels for as long as I can remember, and they hop in on other people's panels as well. Slice Life Gaming, thank you so much for that. Let me look at YouTube Police, and we'll see what this creator's got going on that second channel. I think I'm subscribed here with Superchatters. Oh my dear goodness, maybe not, eh? Let me see if I can catch his avatar. There's quite a few channels with that name. You wonder when you see something like that, you're like, wait a second, is this a real channel? Is somebody after me, or what are they doing over here? And Beltloop 29 is, like I said, though, somebody who wants to help others grow, and will introduce you to lots of friends when you're over there. The conversation can go anywhere once they get started. Yeah, I can't imagine he's still in the chat right now. I may have to, I'll look at Beltloop 29 again and see if he's got it linked anywhere. But we might leave that for another day then. Here it is. What I'll do, I'll get the link for everybody for this one, because it can be really tough to find. We don't do a lot of links here, but when it's necessary. And then everybody can connect with YouTube Police, and we're over 2,000 subscribers on this channel, which is great to see, and I'm way behind, so I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, a concert that they caught, and I'll put that in my catch-up list. They've got some shorts on the channel here. These have gotten into 15,000, 22,000, and then live streams on the channel as well. So here's some more StreamYard panels. I don't know how many of these are the same, or if they're doing these separately, because they got a handful of channels, I think, actually. But hopefully everybody will connect with YouTube Police, and we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. So what I'm going to do though now is we'll take one more break for 3.5 minutes. We'll probably do another one later, but I'll play one more clip now, the last one for today, of our interview series. These are videos on the Superchat channel that are in an interview style, more of a conversation like always. What I tried to do was ask the creators that are featured for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. All of these creators are longtime friends of ours, so they all know exactly what we need to hear, and they all have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is, how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow, if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently.
Okay.
Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this. Alright, we are just about back. We're going to look at a brand new channel here called Elfish Tanks. Now, during these breaks, not always, but sometimes, at least a couple of times during the stream, I clear out a lot of names from the wheel. And that's so that we can get to more newer channels or other supporters that are here with us all the time that don't always get the chance to have their channel seen. Members will always be added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. So if there's any members that are listening or watching that haven't been seen yet, just say anything at all in the chat. I'll get you back on the wheel if I've removed your name. Of course, we can't get to anybody, but we always get to as many channels as we can. Lots of time. Still got over half an hour. Plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the screen. So I'm going to add a couple of names from our chat list right now, as a matter of fact, now that I've made some room. And Elfish Tanks, like I said, is brand new. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take their latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list, and it's a perfect video to connect with, well over 3 minutes. And what that will allow me to do is after the stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on like I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So, Living Large with L Crew is coming up on the wheel right now. And I'll see what I can do about adding another one in a quick second here. P&J's Homestead Adventure is coming up onto the screen. We'll talk about their content in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Paranormal Poet's been added to the wheel, and let me get one more for now. Lucy Grace 56, and then we'll see where we're at in another few minutes here. P&J's Homestead Adventure, very enthusiastic creators. I always appreciate the conversation in the chat, the encouragement as well, especially when we play our breaks and our copyright-free music. Everybody can find that on a channel dedicated at the front of our front page, of course. All the same music you hear in the background here is available as copyright-free music, but they mention that all the time. And P&J's Homestead Adventure, of course, is going to bring us homesteading content almost exclusively, and what I was really happy about, pardon me, with this channel when they first started coming into the Superchat family, and it's well beyond a year now. I'm not sure if it's 2 years, but they were getting involved in a lot of collaborations right away. Like, for instance, you see these Garden Tour Club thumbnails, and I always recommend them. This is a video that I remember. This is probably the first video I watched on this channel, which is a very cool party trick, actually, the way they carve up this watermelon into a really cool idea. And I've watched much more since then, mostly outdoor content, though occasionally they'll bring us inside. And then let me just double check that I've taken that video and put it into my catch-up list for now. I want to make sure the latest one, I somewhat keep caught up with the channel as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 1,900, 2,200, 2,600 views and beyond, which is great. And then a live stream they did basically last year. We'll see if they're going to do another one. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. This is Paula and Jason, by the way. It's nice to see that they've got some winter weather for us to see in New York State with 25 acres, which is impressive and great as well. We always set notifications for everything we see, like live streams and premieres, as well as having the notification bell on to make sure we catch each other as often as we can. Stuff sells stuff by the seashore. Forgive me, I'm just going to put your name back onto the wheel here. Tristan Natural was added. Reality Slots with KC. I know you've been in and out today, but I'll get your name back on the wheel right now as well. Tristan Natural is going to talk to us about natural hair care and a lot of beauty. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Trish the Natural is somebody who's here with us frequently. They happen to be a silver member too, so that means we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. But Trish the Natural is here with us all the time. They have always had a professional look to their channel. When I dig through their thumbnails, you see every video gets its own thumbnail look, but they've got these bright, bold headshots to make them recognizable. What I find really compelling here is that this creator, first of all, is very dynamic. You get that idea. You can see the confidence she has on camera. But when I roll over the thumbnail into the video, it's exactly what I expected when I clicked on it if I was a viewer. You know what I mean? And I think that that's going to pay off really well in the long term for this creator, and especially for retention, if that makes sense. Now, she talks about a lot more than natural hair care, so other health, beauty, and lifestyle videos. Shorts bring pure variety and into a lot of celebrity tributes that have done well. 27,000, 43,000 on a couple of these, and then live streams as well. Trish the Natural has done live streams up to a few months ago. She's often been with our friend I Am Betty J Gathers. You can see they're always having a great time together over there, but they're both dynamic creators, and so we'll hope for more. We've got the notification bell on for Trish the Natural, and she's here with us frequently as well. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond, good to see you in the house. They're changing up their channel all the time, but here with us frequently. And then Reality Slots with KC is fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. They've just been with us a couple months now, maybe a few months if I'm not mistaken, and we'll see what they've got going on here, though. They're supportive of other channels. I've run into them supporting others in premieres or live streams. When we look at what they've got going on here, they're working on 300 subscribers, which is great to see, and up to a month ago, posting frequently. You'll see if they're going to have some new content shortly. A little bit of travel in between some of the casino slot play here. And when we get into shorts on this channel, there's a little bit more variety, mostly in line with their long form content, but some of these slot shorts videos have done really well. 32,000, 36,000 on a couple of these, and then live streams as well. So they've done a couple of these. They did one yesterday. I'm sorry I missed that. Hopefully I'll catch you if you're going to do another one again soon. They did say, actually, I forgot, they said this earlier in the stream that they did that one, and didn't have anybody come into the chat on that particular one. So my recommendations are, as our channels are growing, especially in the very beginning, if possible, you want to set a live stream up in advance so that the recommendation engine can push it out. And I find that 7 days seems to be about the minimum to get the 30-minute notifications to sort of work as properly as they can. They never work properly, but as an example, because people have a weekly routine, most people. You know what I mean? So even though we do a lot of things like we pay our bills monthly and stuff, we have a weekly routine. We do the same thing every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Friday. And that means by posting your live stream or premiere 7 days in advance, you give every group of your viewers the opportunity to possibly see that live stream or premiere recommended. Regardless of their weekly schedule, they might move things around just to make sure they catch your content. You know what I mean? Eat a little bit earlier, do laundry a little bit later, head out to the store in the morning instead of the afternoon, that kind of thing. People will really do that for everyone. And then I know not everybody can, you know, sit and message every person that you want to be in your live stream when you're going live, but anybody can reach out to me. I just want to make that available to everyone. I will always be everywhere that I can be as often as I can. If I can't be there, you know, we all understand. But if you can let me know that you've got a live stream coming up, I will do all I can to make sure I'm there, even if I have to just be lurking. But I can at least get into the chat for a moment. But I try to be there for everybody. I'm in dozens of live streams every day. And I'll be happy to be there and help. The other thing too, sometimes people ask about things like moderating. Anybody can add me as a moderator to their channel if you want to. If you need the help in the chat, I recommend every channel have at least a couple of moderators. You usually need a good handful because not everybody can be there all the time. You only want people that you trust but you learn some of that trust from some of your friends as well. So like here in the Tuber Chat family, I'm sure anybody could probably mod any of the people that are moderators here. You know that they've been, first of all, friends of ours for years, and then secondly, they're all, obviously moderators on a Tuber Chat channel where I take that kind of thing very seriously, if that makes sense. But for anybody that's going to go live, if you'd like to, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time. You can reach out, and I will always try to be there. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, pardon me, my allergies are still on me here. Paranormal Poet is up on the screen right now. This is somebody who's got an incredibly unique voice. I would be shocked to have otherwise not known that they had been a voiceover artist, let's just say. And that's just not, when they're reading or narrating or anything like that. It's even when they're just talking during their live streams, and I've caught them a couple of times as well. They got a premiere coming up. That's going to be in tomorrow, actually. Or tonight, pardon me, about 5.5 hours from now. So that'll be interesting to know. They'll have brand new content. I'm going to take one of their latest videos as well and put that in my catch-up list, because I can see I'm behind here. Shorts on their channel have gotten now into 300 and almost 400 views, which is great. And then when we get into live streams, so I've caught them a few times. Here we go, one a month ago, and then I thought I caught you more than once. Am I mistaken? Possibly. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. And then again, if we, where possible, I just recommend. I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. If possible, and if it's appropriate, if you can post your live streams in advance, it gives people a chance to set that notification. Make sure that that 30-minute notification comes through, and make sure that they can catch you if they're around. Let's think about spinning the wheel again. Paranormal Poet is now working on 3,400 subscribers, which is great to see. And Just Jason Keto and More is coming up right now. He is somebody I'm probably going to meet up with a week and a half from now. I'm hoping and thinking so. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Just Jason Keto and More up on the screen right now was letting me know that he's actually got a video. Look at this. This video flew. Which is great to see. So he just put this out 3 days ago, and this video has got 10,000 views right now, which is just spectacular. Now, Just Jason Keto and More also has been growing rapidly. I have a feeling he grabbed a lot of subscribers from that video, because he's now over 4,000, which is great to see. Just Jason Keto and More is known as a channel that wants to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. I wonder, the thumbnail is great. I mean, Jason does a lot of experimenting with different looks and ideas for the thumbnail, but I just think maybe the thumbnail, you'll know by the analytics, but that really is a great looking thumbnail. Those chaffles, even though you could tell, we could tell because we know Just Jason Keto's channel and we know each other, how we make thumbnails and things like that. We know he took a picture of those chaffles, but that looks pro, actually, to somebody who might not know even what a chaffle is. That looks like a, in my opinion, I just think the thumbnail is probably great looking, is probably what had to do with some of what made the video fly. The other thing too is that Just Jason Keto and More has done lots of these. This is number, I think, 81 or 82 of his chaffle recipes. He's got tons of recipes of different types on his channel, and they all feature only a few ingredients, really easy to make, and all keto diet based, let's just say. So when we look at Just Jason Keto and More, we also see a lot of product reviews, and this can help us get some insight as to the ingredients that we're going to find or use. and how they're going to affect us. He also heads out hundreds of miles away to even bring us informative content from places like Keto Palooza. Occasionally he'll take us on an outdoor adventure or do an unboxing or a product review of like a GoPro or something different. And he's got some shorts on the channel as well. Some of these have done great. A lot of healthy looking grilling shorts, getting into 5,000, 6,000 views. One which I've seen over 22,000, and I promise you that one's entertaining. Then live streams on the channel. There's Kendra from Consume the Goodness. She's back in the chat here. They've been together a couple times now, and obviously another dynamic couple of creators. They always have a good time. And Jason brings a lot of guests on the channel actually to share their knowledge, their life experience, their tips and tricks when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Once in a while, he'll do a different kind of live stream and just introduce us to other creators. Just Jason Keto and More cares very much about the YouTube journey and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. Hence, he's a moderator and a member here. But he also occasionally will bring a different kind of live stream. He's always thinking about what he can do for the audience. And a cook-along live stream is an idea, even with a multicam setup there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. He's live every Thursday, so he'll be live at almost this time tomorrow, just barely a little bit later than this, every week at 7 or 7:30 Eastern. He usually sets those up in advance as well. He's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats, memberships when we get there. And yeah, Just Jason Keto and More has hinted that he might be working on a cookbook as well. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. When we look at Living Large with L Crew, we see another dynamic creator. She does vlogging in a typical, but I mean this in the most complimentary way, form of vlogging. When you think about what vlogs have been on YouTube for literally like 15 years now, Living Large with L Crew does them exactly. So what they're doing is taking us about their day or about their adventure, lots of emotion, obviously, of different types. You can see this as a dynamic creator. Indoors, outdoors, they take us just about anywhere they're going to go. I'm just going to grab their latest video. This will be a cool one to see, 2024 in review. And then, did you guys take a helicopter ride? That's so exciting. I was lucky enough, my girlfriend Kristen Welton, for Valentine's Day a few years ago, took me for my first ever helicopter ride. We live in Niagara Falls, so beautiful views everywhere. And she surprised me with it. I had no idea where we were going or what we were doing. And when we arrived, I was like, hey, where are we? We're in the middle of nowhere. And then I said, wait a second. And I saw a helicopter sign. And I was like, are we at the... And she's like, yeah, we are. And I couldn't even bring myself to film because I was so excited. I said the trip is you know, I want to enjoy the trip. So if we manage to do that again, I'll take another one. But I'm happy to see that you've done that as well. Shorts on this channel have now gotten into 11,000, 12,000, and one at 24,000. Which is great to see. And you can get an idea from the thumbnails even here about all the different types of places they're going to bring us, even some winter weather there. Live streams on the channel as well. I wish I caught that. That was just a couple of days ago. Like I said, if anybody's going to go live, I know you can't spend the time to message every single person, but if you have a moment and want to message me, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well, especially if I've never caught you for a live stream. I try to spread the love evenly, but I get surprised sometimes when I miss some creators, especially when I know I've been on all day. I've spent more time on YouTube this week than any other week in the last, you know, how many months, I don't know. Anyway, Living Large with L Crew is also monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I hope we'll push them towards the 1,800 subscribers we know they're thinking about. What I'm going to do right now, we'll take one more break, but we'll make this a short one. We're going to come back with Rushing Wind Mountain. We'll get through a few more channels. We still got 20 minutes. It's plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the screen. Right afterwards, we got something special coming up because Blessed to Crochet has the feature for gifts and jewels on their vertical live streams. They noticed this a while ago and brought it to my attention so that they could set up this live stream for tonight. We're going to raid in there. We'll have to use our phones for anybody that can. I've got one ready to go here. And then we can see exactly for ourselves how the gifts and jewel system works. It's very similar to TikTok or Facebook stars. Somebody mentioned in the chat as well. And I'll start firing through channels. So let's go and we'll come right back.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand.
Pardon me.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
Alright, hopefully everybody enjoys those theme songs that I keep talking about. That one was made by Jake Huston. He did a great job with a lot of different channels, and it was a surprise. Somebody sent me a link to a video and I saw Tuber Chat in the title and my heart dropped. I was like, oh no, it's another troll. And then I watched the video and I was like, no, it's actually a surprise, like a gift. Jake Huston hadn't been around in a while, so I was happy to have been included. But for anybody that hasn't already connected with him, I hope you will. He's actually changed up his channel right now. But if you search out Jake Huston, you'll be able to find him, and then we see a lot of these videos for a lot of channels, not just in the Tuber Chat family, a lot of his supporters, let's just say. He's been a friend of ours for years. Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen right now. This creator is known as Ruby. They're often mentioned by name in the chat, and they're here with us for just about every stream. They've been with us about 4 years now. I added a couple names on the wheel. Lewis Acre Farm Karma happens to be a member, but I put Consume the Goodness on there as well, and I've got time for another probably channel or two, we'll see. And then Rushing Wind Mountain comes to us from the Pacific Northwest, and they bring us nature and wildlife videos. And then when we look at what they've got, there's a lot of almost an ASMR feel here, almost in the same ballpark, because they bring us pleasing visuals but pleasing audio to go along with it. Some of their videos are very short. They can go anywhere from a minute up to hours long. I'm just going to grab the latest one, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and then that's the playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And Peter Dell, I'm going to put your channel on the wheel right away now. He comes from Australia. Do views drop this time of year, going at about half of what you usually get? December tends to be a build-up into January, and right over the Christmas New Year's hump is a very busy time. Today we had one of the most overwhelmingly busy beginnings to a live stream that we've had in a long time. Some of that is because I've been on more. Over the last couple weeks, I finally decided for the first year, and I don't know how many years, to take some true Christmas holiday time and spend more time at home, which means that I was on the computer and kind of just in and out of people's chats and premieres. People are seeing more comments because I've been able to sit and watch more videos and things like that. So that's part of it. Some of it has to do with how active we are. If you're not actively posting videos on your channel regularly, the number of views that comes in can go down. What we find is when you're posting a video a week, the whole channel moves up. It starts slowly, but it starts to grow really rapidly, and it only takes about a month to get the momentum back, let's just say, if we can. But that's a great question. I know I'm dancing around the answer. It's not really 100%, something I can say is... There's not a reason that I can give you this specifically. But that's what I think, because Peter Dell, I think, is posting less videos lately than maybe the last couple of years, but I could be wrong. And it also has to do with how much we're out supporting other creators as well, because the more you're seen, it's like out of sight, out of mind, right? If people don't see you, they're not thinking about you until 3 months later when they say, like, oh, what happened to Peter Dell? Peter Dell comes in here to Tuber Chat frequently. They've been friends of ours for years. But you understand what I'm saying, of course. If somebody hasn't seen you, and the algorithm interferes with that as well. That happens to everyone. Rushing Wind Mountain has got shorts on the channel, some winter weather in there, and a lot of wildlife and some humorous moments if you dig through some of these. 11,000, 12,000, 16,000 on some of these, and then they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and they've been pushing their channel, so they're up to over 12,000, working on 13,000 now, which is great to see. Live streams on this channel. They've experimented with vertical and horizontal live streams of all different types, but again, all in line with their typical nature and wildlife videos from the Pacific Northwest. Let's spin the wheel. Let's get another channel up onto the screen. And I've dropped a link once already. I'll do it again a few more times for Blessed to Crochet. She's going to go live very soon, and we're going to go over there and raid in, where she's going to do a vertical live stream. And if you can catch this on a phone, you are going to see the gifts and jewels system. I'll be actually seeing it for the first time, because I'm usually on a computer. I'm almost never on a phone. So I'm looking forward to it very much. Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore is another friend of ours that's been with us for at least a couple of years. They're working on 3,400 subscribers. I think Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore might be on like well over 3 years by now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I wonder if they cut this out of a live stream. It looks like something that they might have filmed off the screen, or if that makes any sense with the phone. Videos here feature a little bit of random content. Shorts over here have gotten into now 7,000, one over 22,000, which is great to see. But live streams are where this channel shines, and this is where they do kind of a live auction idea more than anything else. And a vintage live sale is the way that they put this. We've got quite a few friends that do this. I wonder if all of our YouTube friends have heard of an app called Whatnot. So I forget how long ago I was introduced to that or stumbled across it, but it's a live auction platform, and in vertical, of course, mobile first they call that. But what that does is allow you to do an auction and then have people bid, but they bid like by swiping as opposed to chatting, let's just say. But live auctions and live sales have become a big thing on YouTube as well. We've got quite a few friends. I could probably name a good half a dozen, if not a dozen, channels that are doing this regularly. So Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore is working on 3,400 subscribers, which is great. And we'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. There you go, 3 years in September. So a little bit less than I thought, but yeah, thank you, Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore. And then Peter Dell, we're going to look at your channel, and I promise you, yes, YouTube did do a bait and switch kind of idea on the algorithm again. You notice a couple of weeks ago, I forget how long ago it was, there was 1 or 2 Tuber Chat streams where we had a troll come in. Same troll from the last like 4 years. And for whatever reason, thank goodness, YouTube doesn't recommend our stuff to them all the time, but they caught it again, came in, said the same thing they say all the time. And what that tells me, though, on top of other things that I've seen, is that YouTube shuffles up the algorithm. I started seeing friends that I haven't seen in like 4 years. And same for them, that they haven't seen me in so long either. But you have to notice that. And you're like, hey, wait a second. What about all these channels that I was seeing like every week? Where did this person go? Where did that person go? And that happens many times a year. They just did it, I think, right before Halloween, right after Halloween again, and right before Christmas again. So that absolutely is true. If you've noticed a little bit of a difference in the channels you're seeing or your viewership, that's exactly what that is. YouTube recommends different things to different people. But interesting that you noticed that. So Peter Dell is a channel that does really well. You can see they're working on 8,000 subscribers now. They've been friends of ours, I think, 4 years since the beginning. I'm just going to grab your latest video from a few weeks ago here. They post occasionally. So here's an example. I'm not saying I'm right, but I just want to look at this as an idea. So the last video was like a year ago and then 7 months ago, but without a new video to continue pushing the algorithm to like let YouTube know you're active, they're always going to push active channels more than non-active channels. And I'm not even saying I'm right about that. That's not written anywhere. It just seems that way. My experience tells me that. So the more often we can post, the better our channel's going to do. Now, Peter Dell gives a beautiful look around Australia. As you can see, you get an idea here. A lot of drone footage, a lot of different beautiful views. And Peter Dell is an incredibly enthusiastic creator as well. Here in our chat, always bringing inspiration and motivation to everyone, and positivity as well, for which I'm grateful. So hopefully everybody will connect with Peter Dell, and I'll spin the wheel and we'll get Lucy Grace ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So again, we're going to go over in a moment to Blessed to Crochet. We still got a couple channels to go through here. Please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over there. And the chat's already running. I'll be over there as well. After Tuber Chat ends, I'll leave it running for an extra 3.5 minutes. But Lucy Grace 56 here has got a video, a few shorts to start out with, and then live streams is where this channel seems to shine more than anything else. Now, I don't think I've caught them yet, but I've got the notification bell on for every channel, so hopefully I'll catch you. They did a few streams a couple weeks ago. And then Lucy Grace 56 has 73 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards their first 100. They're here with us frequently in Tuber Chat. These shorts, as you post more and more, will likely continue to grow. We'll see those getting towards their first 100, and the channel as well. We want to push towards its first 100. Let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go. And then thank you, Peter Dell. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is coming up, and Lawless World TV. I just watched one of their videos earlier today as well. Let's see what Lewis Acre Farm Karma has got going on. Lawless World TV is a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right this second. 99 Midnight Gamer, we didn't look at your channel. I'm going to put it on right now. Blessed to Crochet is going to go live. It doesn't matter if we go a couple minutes over time, as opposed to a premiere where we got to be quick. There's Driving Daily. I watched one of his videos this morning as well, fixing a Honda Civic. Or talking about fixing the Honda Civic. I'll talk about that in a second. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me huffing and puffing here. I can't get my copy and paste to work. My goodness. I have clicked a million wrong things today. I don't know what on earth is the reason for that. And then you can't help but laugh, right? Otherwise I'm going to cry. Lewis Acre Farm Karma. I actually joined her on Monday. She's got a series of live streams called Meet Me Monday. We had a great conversation. It actually lasted well over 2 hours. I don't think she was planning to be that long, but we all know I can't seem to stop talking. So that was a lot of fun. Lewis Acre Farm Karma actually made that stream a little bit fun too, because she had some interesting things, questions I'm not usually asked in what we call an interview. We did talk a lot about YouTube, but she really talked more about my history and, you know, kind of what brought me to YouTube and this and that. So if anybody was interested in why on earth does this guy talk the way he does, why does he say these things he always does, you get an idea of that. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is going to inspire us with spiritual inspiration and positivity. They've got a bit of variety in their videos right now. They've got some shorts over here as well, and these have got a lot of outdoor content, but they've gotten into 2,500, 6,100 views, and then live streams. They've got another series. I missed it yesterday. Talk about it Tuesday. They're going to do that with kind of an, I don't know if it's quite an open panel, but they're going to invite people up to have different conversations every week. The conversation can go just about anywhere. And then Meet Me Monday is a series where they're introducing us to other creators. So if you look through their past episodes, you'll see a lot of familiar faces from the Tuber Chat family, and she'll introduce us to a few more people as well. And then thank you, P&Js. Let's spin the wheel. And 99 Midnight Gamers coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then 99 Midnight Gamer, we'll see what they've got going on their channel. First of all, they're working on 900 subscribers, which is great to see. They're mixing up a few gameplay videos here, and Red Dead I'm familiar with because I love giving Rockstar lots of money for Grand Theft Auto every time it comes out. I can't wait until this spring because I don't know if my niece plays as much as me and my nephew and my son do, but it's special editions all around. For whatever reason. I used to joke that Grand Theft Auto is the only game that matters when the kids are growing up, because they've been playing since they were far too young to be playing, but I would encourage it anyway. 99 Midnight Gamer has got some shorts over here, though, in between different types of gameplay. 1,400, 3,000, 7,900 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams where they're mixing up a lot of popular titles as well, with Fortnite, Red Dead again, is that called Valheim? I may not have known the name of the game yet. I see it on their channel and a few others as well. I can't remember. We saw Stardew Valley on another channel earlier today. But they're mixing it up. Video shorts and streams, perfect for a gaming channel. So it's no wonder that they're growing, hopefully even more rapidly. And then 99 Midnight Gamer, hopefully will push you towards the 900 you're thinking about. And then thank you, Marketplace Boutique. And yes, they got a premiere coming up. Or sorry, a live stream, I think. And then Peter Dell. So the biggest YouTubers that will talk about the things we talk about here will always say, yes, stick to a niche or a category. It really is the best way to grow solidly and rapidly. But I wouldn't want somebody to not do YouTube because they want to put variety on, a channel. And as an example, like my personal channel is pure variety, and my videos are no better than anybody else's, I promise you. And, I have gotten my 10,000 now, or close to it. And one of the other channels that I run, which we are not very active on anymore, that I started with 7 years ago, is over 22,000, I think, right now. So there is plenty of room for channels to be successful with any kind of variety. You don't have to niche down. It's just if you have some kind of a interest or hobby that is razor sharp focus, it can be a benefit. But we see even in the Superchat family, lots of channels now, that are variety and doing just fine. Consume the Goodness is up here. This is Kendra. We saw her earlier in thumbnails on Just Jason Keto's channel. They've collaborated a couple of times. They both talk about healthy eating, healthy living, and sometimes a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Consume the Goodness goes a little bit farther. Keto carnivore meal ideas, encouragement, and faith-based motivation. Positivity, workouts on the channel. She's done really well with some of this, actually. The shorts have gotten into 26,000, 49,000. I watched this one short the other day. I wanted to see it because I love pizza. And she's got a really interesting way of doing this that I've never seen before. But I think a lot of people are really going to like this. And if you see this short video about what she's made, you'll be like, oh, I get that. I think I want to try that. Live streams on the channel as well. So I haven't caught her. She did 2 of them yesterday. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. Now, she was on with Jason the other day, but I happen to be on his channel. If they collaborate again, I'll go over to hers next time. So that'll be an interesting conversation. And she is obviously a dynamic creator, always smiling, always energetic, always encouraging. And there's a bit more variety. I saw Happy Mail videos there, obviously shout outs. And Consume the Goodness is here with us just about every day as well. We'll spin the wheel. Lawless World TV is coming up. Driving Daily will be right after that. I'll drop the link again for Blessed to Crochet. And we'll go over there in a few more minutes. Like I said, I'm going to leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3.5 minutes like we always do. And then I'll come over there as well. And I'll be on a phone for once. Actually, I'll be on both. But I want to see the gifts and jewels, and I'm going to take that for a spin on her channel, actually. So Lawless World TV is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I just watched this instrumental music video. They mixed up not just some 2000s sounding music, but also some interesting outdoor views as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lawless World TV. They're here with us frequently. They happen to be a member right now. They're working on 3,800 subscribers. They got shorts on the channel, 2,900, 3,300, 5,200, and then live streams on the channel as well, where they were live even up to a couple days ago. They seem to be live a couple days a week. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, like I keep saying. And then I'm just digging through the thumbnails here to get an idea of some more of the content that they've got going on. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for hours at a time. So every moment matters, every interaction. I know we got friends that run and stream in the background. Jaden's usually there with us and a few other creators. I always appreciate that. And thank you to our moderators. I think it's very obvious to everybody here that these live streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. So I hope everybody will connect with all of our moderators as well. They've been friends of mine and friends of ours for years. And then Driving Daily is up on the screen right now. This is a creator. Like I said, I watched one of their videos today. I didn't realize until I watched a couple of other videos. I forget which one. I think it was a while ago. Yeah, this one here, where they were talking about the idea. They got a few different cars to show us, and they're going to bring out the Civic now. I know that should probably grab some views, I think, because Civics are so popular. Not that I know anything about cars. I certainly don't. Driving Daily will take us to some what I would call classic car shows, but there's just as many new cars done up in some of these things, like that newer, it looks like a Mustang to me in there. And then they will also bring us a lot of drifting. This is something a lot of people noticed when they started the coming into the Tuber Chat family. Shorts on the channel have done well, 11,000, 18,000, 35,000, and then live streams as well. This is where we get to know the creator. They give us a lot of updates. Their story not too different from a lot of other people's. They started the channel with no intention of monetizing, and then, you know, monetization is an idea for afterwards, but why wouldn't you, kind of an idea, right? So not everybody has to, of course, but this creator describes that. Driving Daily's been with us just about every day since finding us many months ago, now working on 1,300 subscribers. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Interesting places as well. Yes, cars, vlogs, and interesting places. They'll take us on different adventures as well. So more to look forward to on that channel. Thank you, everybody, again. Let's make a quick exit and go over and visit Blester Crochet, and we'll see everybody in a few days here again. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.